We are live. Welcome to Exeter Lanes in Exeter, New Hampshire. This is Money Match 4. The two-time defending champions, Brian Fuller Jr. and Jon Winchell, face the challenge of another Maine team, this time Dom Drake of Brewer and Mark Smith of Norway. Yep, next ball counts, boys. So Jon Winchell will start on lane 6, Dom Drake on lane 5. Winchell a little thin in the pocket with the 7-9-10. Dom off to the right. Gets a good break, leaves the 1-2. Oh, good bid by Jon, but just leaves the 10. Dom gets the 2-pinner for the spare to start off. Winchell cleans up for the 10. Dom bowls out of the Bangor Brewer Bowling Center in Brewer, Maine. He also lives in Brewer. He has a state average of 118, a high single of 184, a high triple of 436, and a high five of 656. Winchell off to the left. Just takes 4. Leaves the big cluster of 6. Dom filling his mark. Goes right again. Doesn't get the friendly bounce this time. Just a 3-fill. Ooh, good bid by Jon there. Leaves the 9-pin. Should have no problem carrying that. Dom goes right on the 1-2 pocket. Leaves a 7-8 with a piece of wood that could help. Ooh, Jon with a 9-box. Going for the left side. Oh, didn't get it far enough left to get the 9. Jon Winchell of Brentwood, New Hampshire, bowls right here at Exeter Lanes. Currently carrying a 123 league average. Also bowls out of Union Street Lanes way down on the South Shore of Massachusetts in the Friday Night Pro League. Winchell back in the pocket. Oh, what a terrible break. 8-9 with no wood. Dom on the 3-pin again. Got a cluster of 5 in the middle there. A 1-2, 5-8-9. Jon will just look to pick pins here. Nothing fancy. And there's one of them. Dom gets the back pin, the 9. Still got 4. Now, Winchell with a professional 10-box. He sits at 29 through 3. Ooh, Dom with a tough 6. He's at 28 through 3. So in this small head, so Jon with a 1-pin lead between these two. Winchell a little thin on the Brooklyn side, leaving the 3, 7, and 9. Dom with the Caleri left. Jon, oh, and he got it. Dom looked for the match. No, a little full. With that wood, Jon was hoping for a little friendly bounce off the sidewall, and he got it. Dom will check out the 10-box. Oh, he sits at 38 through 4. Jon at 39 on the ball. Jon with a high single of 190, high triple of 467, and a high 5 of 744. And drops 8, leaving the 2-5. Dom on the 3-pin again. Same leave as last time, but with an extra pin. Has the 4-pin in addition. It's Jon outside takes the 2-pinner, 2 marks in a row. Don plows through the middle, leaves the 2-4. So Winchell is sitting at 57 plus a ball as he finished his first half with 2 in a row. Don with a 9 box for 47. And now the Inkerman, Brian Fuller Jr. and Mark Smith. Mark Smith out of Norway, Maine. He has a Maine state average of 121, a high single of 203, high triple of 491, and a high 5 of 772. As Fuller buries it, leaves the 5-10. Mark a little full, but he leaves the 4-pin with a nice plank in front of it. Fuller leaves nothing. And, ooh, just slid by the wood. He's got to have those. He gets the 10, though. Fuller with a 9 box. A couple notable items on Mark. He was the WCBC Rookie of the Year in 1995. He also holds the Maine State doubles record with Tim Matero with a sizzling 27.80. And he goes back in the pocket, drops 9 again, leaves the 8-pin with nothing in front of it. Fuller leaves the 5-pin in the back row. And oh, what a bid! Everything but the 7. And Mark slides by. Brian with a 9 box. He sits at 18 through 2. And up, another 9 for Mark. He's at 19 through 2. So Fuller coming out of Newburyport, Mass. Current league average of 124. He's thin in the pocket. Drops 9, leaves a 7-pin with a nice guide right along it. Smith with a little light himself. He's a cluster of 4 on the right and the 7-pin with a favorable piece. Fuller uses the wooden front to get his spare. Mark, ooh, maybe a little thin with the frozen piece of wood there. Just leaves the 9-pin. Mark grabs the 10. Mark bowls out of Stars and Strikes Bowling Center in South Paris, Maine. About a 2-hour trek from here. He also bowls in the Friday Pro League out of Central Park Lanes in East Boston. Fuller back in the pocket, drops 9. Looking to make his second straight single. Smith off to the left. Only takes out 3. Fuller right in the face for 2 in a row. And Smith only gets 3 on the second ball. Got the 1, 7, 9, and 10. The piece behind the head pin. And he gets nothing for a disappointing 6 box. So our anchor bowlers have a box to go. Fuller's at 47 in a ball. Mark Smith at 35. Brian Fuller Jr. bowls out of a... Yep. Fuller out of Academy Lanes with a 124 average. He a little full, leaves a 3 and 2. 3, 6, 10 on the right, 4, 7 on the left. And Smith with the same leaf, hoping that piece of wood can stick around. It might. Fuller carries the 2. Smith gets a different 2, the 6 and the 10. So Fuller with a 9 box. He finishes up with a 61.5. Smith with an 8. So he sits at 43. So Smith and Drake have some work to do. They sit at... You guys are flipping, right? Hold on. Yeah. So hold on. So John and Brian are at a combined 118, and Dom and Mark are at 990. Yep, that's right. Yep, the scoreboard is correct. What? Yep, okay. Oh, so as with every money match, this is 5 string doubles, total pinfall, winner takes all. Each bowler threw $500 into the pot, and our Exeter's proprietor Rob Vaccaro throws an additional $500, so it's a $2,500 top prize for the winning team. Dom on the 3-pin again, leaves the 189 with a piece of wood in between. John with a 147 and 10. Dom a little thin. Pin goes left, ball goes right. So John with a 6 fill, he's at 63 for the half. And everything but the 7. And Dom checks up 1 for the $9. So he's at 56. Winchell gets the $10, 73 through 6. Dom Drake made his Friday Pro League debut himself a couple weeks ago, subbing for that same Central 1 team that Mark Smith bowls on. As he finally gets into the pocket, leaves the 4-7. A piece of wood shouldn't be a problem. Winchell leaves a triangle right, the 3-5-6. And he's got it. First mark for the team. He's 66 on the ball. Winchell, hits the 3-pin right in the face, and that's all he takes. He'll look to grab 1 here. And he's got it. All right, so $9 for Winchell. He's at 82 through 7. So John is a 3-time Pro Series champion. He is the He won the 2018, 2019. He was a ACST champion. As Dom dropped 6 on his spare with the 3, 4, 6, and 7. Winchell off to the left, taking 4. Dom tries to send it off the wall and gets nothing. Winchell a little light, leaves the sleeper pin in the back, the 5. Dom gets the 2 for an 8, so he's sitting at 80 through 8. Bengals win, huh? Winchell with a 9, so he's sitting at 91 through 8. John is also the defending Northern Conference champion in the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. Dom back in the pocket, leaves the 10 pin with a couple pieces of wood that I don't think should be a problem. If I were Dom, I would be favoring that piece on the left as it appears to be all lined up. That's where he's going, and he's got it. 2 marks and 3 boxes for Dom Drake. Looks like he's finally finding his range. Winchell looking at the 2-4-7. And he's got it. John matches Dom's mark with one of his own. He sits at 101 plus a ball in the 9th. Dom off to the left, drops 6. Leaving the 1, 3, 6, and 8 piece of wood that's still moving around a little bit. Winchell back in that 1-2 pocket. He also dropped 6. Got the 3, 7, 9, and 10. Pretty much needs to shoot at this like he's shooting the 3-7. Dom gets the bounce off the wall, 2 in a row. If John can shoot the 3-pin over, the ball should take the back 2. And he only gets the 2. So Dom with a strong finish. 3 marks in his last 4 boxes. Well, Jon will look to make sure. Takes the sure one in the corner. So he gets a 9. So he finishes up with a 114 in string 1. Nope. Hold on. 91 and 16 is 107.
The 6 fill off that 91 should have been 107.
And Dom drops 7 with a 113. Yep. All right. So, yeah, no, not a problem. So Jon Winchell with a 116, and a math error on the official score that has been rectified. So the anchorman will get back up. Mark looking to pick up where his partner left off. Lane 6 already a little friendlier to him. He leaves in the 2-5-8 with a nice piece of wood in front. Winchell off to the side, gets a nice backdoor 8 drop, leaves the 1-2. And he's got it. Smith breaks the ice with his first mark of the match here in the 6th. And Fuller splits the 2-pinner perfectly to match. So Mark Smith sits at 53 in a ball. Fuller at 71 in a ball. Fuller also bowls in the Friday Pro League. He bowls out of Riverwalk Lanes, which ironically enough is where he holds the house record with his high single of 224. And Mark off to the right, half Worcester. Fuller back in the pocket, drops 9. 9 it is with a piece of wood right in front. Smith off to the left. He's got the 1-6-7-10 to shoot at for a 10. Fuller clips it for the spare. He sits at 90 in a ball. And Mark with a 7. 2 marks in a row for Brian Fuller Jr. He's at 90 in a ball in the 7th. Mark Smith at 62. So 2 in a row for Fuller. The champs look to increase their lead. Fuller also has a high triple of 474. And a high 5 of 743. Mark off to the right. Gets a favorable break. Leaving the 2-4 and 7 off a 3-6 pocket hit. Fuller is light in the 1-3. Leaves the 2-10. With a couple favorable pieces of wood. If he hits a 2-pin right in the face, that should go. And Mark misses his. Just picks out the 4. And he's got it. 3 marks in a row for Brian Fuller Jr. He sits at 108 in the ball. Mark gets the 9. He sits at 71 through 8. The champs opening up a big lead early. 30 pins at the moment. Plus whatever Brian gets on this fill ball. Brian is also a Pro Series champion. On the doubles title with Mark Ricci. He drops 7 on his fill, leaves the 2-7-8. Mark looking at the 5-7-8. Clips the wood on the left side, and he's got it. Big shot there for Mark Smith. Fuller a little thinner than he wanted to be on that one. He's got the 7-8 in the back. So with that 17 box in the 8th, the overall lead is up to 47 through completed boxes. Mark back in the pocket. Beautiful 9 drop. Leaves the 4-pin with a plank in front. Fuller, takes out the 1-5. Anything on the right side of this piece of wood should go. And he's got it. 2 in a row for Smith. Fuller gets the right triangle. Got 5 left. He'll look to clean up. And an unlucky 6 there. So Brian Fuller Jr. will finish string 1 with a 129. and combined with Jon Winchell's 116, they combined for a total of 245. Smith looking to chip in a little bit. Beautiful ball there for Mark Smith. Drops 9 for a 109. The challengers sit at 222. So an early 23-pin lead for the two-time defending champions of Winchell and Fuller with four strings to go. Lots of time. Lots of time. Up. Oh. Our mechanic Darren going down to look at an issue. So, yeah. Yep. 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 So while we are waiting for the mechanical issue to be taken care of, the next edition of the Money Match 5, will take place at a date in March to be determined. A familiar duo will be back to try to reclaim their crowns as the Shawns, McKinley and Baker, will be back. Yep. The next two teams after that are rumored to be Nick Zeffalato and Dave Barber, followed by Nate Lees and Josh Daly. And speaking to proprietor Rob Ficara before the match, he is looking to have one of these matches every other month.
Justin, maybe you should introduce yourself.
Yep. How foolish of me! I did not introduce myself. This is Justin Scali, alongside the curator of Spread Eagle Productions, Bob Lee, handling the graphics and production for you tonight. Bob, you're on a little bit of a run yourself lately.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. Just got my high triple on Friday night, 380.
Excellent.
Looking to be up. Congratulations on your 648 earlier today.
Oh, I thank you. It was very nice, to say the least. To say the least.
Eight spares in the 10th.
In the last
146.
something like that. I don't remember, but it was a good day. Yep. Yeah, I bowled against Nate. I bowled a match for the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour early in the day against previous Money Match contestant Nate Lees. This is Nate's home house. We're looking to get a jump ahead in the scheduling due to the Sunday Pro League being called off for today due to yesterday's blizzard. As we record this on Sunday, January 30th in 2022. And something's... And here we go again. Issues on lane 5 still to be resolved. So some more background information. Mark Smith also had multiple wins in the Maine State Tournament over the years. He is a 3-time Can-Am champion. It's a bi-yearly mixed doubles tourney held mainly between Maine and Canadian bowlers. And he and his wife Kim also run a scratch traveling league in Maine. Oh. And now we're back to the action as the issues have resolved themselves. Dom Drake starts off hitting the 4-pin in the face. John trying to get the bounce, and he's got it. Dom gets 6 more, leaving the 1-2-7. John's got the 7-pin with a couple of favorite pieces of wood to guide it in. And, he makes use of it all to get the spare. Dom cleans up for the 10. Dom looking to find that range a lot more consistently. And that one looks better off to the right, leaves a cleary left again. Piece of wood rolling back could help him out with that back pin. Winchell buries it in the pocket, and the 4 goes last. Strike on spare for Jon Winchell. Dom gets the friendly bounce off the wall to take out the Caleri. Didn't even need that piece of wood. So Dom's sitting at 20 in the ball, Winchell 30 in the ball. Dom looking for the little splash, and he breaks it up. Looking, 4-pin wants to go, and the 7-pin goes. Strike on spare from Dom Drake, a delayed splash effect. Winchell looking to match. Winchell with 4 horsemen left. Looking to get 3 in a row. Ooh, just get by. Takes out just 2. Yeah. He's shooting at the 1 and the 7. And he gets the sure pin in the corner. So he sits at 47 through 3. Dom Drake sitting at 40 plus his fill. And off to the right again. Gets a couple extra to fall. He leaves the 4 horsemen left plus the 10-pin. Waiting for the wood to settle down. He got 1 going into the gutter, maybe 2. And he's getting a wide open shot here. No wood to get in the way. Winchell drops 6, leaves the 4 horsemen right side. Dom makes it. What a shot. 3 marks in a row for Dom Drake. He's got that spare ball working now. Winchell matches as he runs the 4 horsemen. So Winchell sits at 57 in a ball here in the 4th. Dom at 60 in a ball. Back on the 1-2, and he's got it! Yes! It took a little while, but Dom Drake seems to have found his groove here. 80 plus 2 at the half. Winchell in his 1-2 pocket, drops 6, leaves the 5, 6, 7, and 10. I think the play is to get the left side of the wood right around the 5. Then let the 5 knock into the 10. He's got it. Right on cue. So what a half by our leadoff bowlers. Dom sits at 80 plus 2 balls. And John sits at 73 plus a ball. Yep. Anchorman with a tough act to follow here. We got some fireworks now. Ooh. Smith, a little full, takes 4. Fuller off to the right, leaves 3, the 1-2-4. Smith looking at the 3-6-10 on the right, 4-7-8 on the left, and he drops it in the right gutter. Looks like the ball just fell out of his hand. Winchell picks 1. Excuse me, Fuller picks 1. Smith trying to get the sure 3 in the corner, only gets 1. So a disappointing 5 box to start for Mark Smith. Fuller cleans up for the 10 bucks. So Smith off to the right, half Worcester right side. Fuller in the pocket, a little full. Looking at the 3-4-7 with a piece of wood behind the 3. Not the greatest piece. Mark with a good bid there. Fuller hits the 3 a little full. And that's all he gets. Looks like he was trying to bank it off the wall. Smith covers the 2 for a nice 9 bucks after that start. And Fuller with an 8. So Fuller sits at 8. Fuller sits at 18 through 2. Smith at 14. And Smith off to the right again. He's got the 1-2-7. Fuller buries in the pocket. Oh, and a tough break, the 7-9. Hoping for that piece of wood on the right to stay up. Smith runs it down for the spare. Fuller looking to bank that piece of wood off the wall. He hits the 9-pin all by itself. He'll look to clean up here. So Fuller gets the 10. He's sitting at 28 through 3. Smith at 24 in a ball. Yep. The champs are currently with a 20-pin lead. The challengers have cut a few pins off, but we're early. Smith getting a few extras, hoping for the 10 to fall, and he's got it. Fuller with a splash ball. He drops 9, leaves the 10 pin in the corner. Smith looking at the 1 and the 7's got a little help there in front of the 7. Doesn't have to be as fine with it, and he's got it. Ball deflects into the 7. He's got it 2 in a row for Mark Smith. Fuller picks the single. He sits at 38 in a ball. So Fuller sits at 38 in the ball. Smith at 42 plus in the ball. As they look to join their partners with sitting with marks at the half. Smith drops 4. Leaves that cluster of 6. Can be a little more difficult for him. Fuller with a better ball in the pocket leaves the 5-8-10. Smith goes outside, takes out 3, leaves the triangle in the corner. Fuller going down by the 8-pin. A little above the stripe and knocks the 5 in front of the 10. Smith only gets 1 there for an 8. Fuller gets his 10. So Fuller with a 55 half. Mark Smith at 54. So the team of Drake and Smith sit at 134 halfway through this string. And the champs of Winchell and Fuller sit at 128. So the challengers have cut 6 pins off the lead so far in this string. Winchell and Fuller currently lead by 17. Yet Dom has the extra fill ball here. Dom Drake making a statement early on here in game 2. At least he got his rough couple of boxes out of the rough first half out of the way. Winchell looking for some extra carry. Leaves the 1-4-7 and the 9. Drake off to the right. Takes out 5. So John looking at the 1-4-7 and 9. Got a piece of wood there in the back that is relatively favorable. Maybe a little light on the head pin. Got 7 and 9 left. Drake only gets 3 there. You pretty much needed to go full on that shot. He gets an 8 fill for an 88 half. John gets the 8 box. And John sits at 87 through 6. Dom's at 96. Winchell back in the 1-2 again, leaving the 3, 5, and 7. Dom nice and light in the 1-3. Leaves the 2-7. Should be able to go down on the left end of that wood by the 7. John plays his perfectly for the spare. Oh, a little high on that piece. He just has the 7-pin left. And he only gets the 9. John played that shot pretty much where he wanted to. Dom is wearing the shirt from the All Play Bowling Center in Belfast, Maine, because that was the team he was on in the U.S. Invitationals this past November. Winchell is a longtime member of Maria's Subs. And he gets the 3-pin to fall as well. He's got the 9-pin. That piece of wood in the back could be a little tricky. I think he needs to go on the left half of it. Dom on the 2-pin leaves the 1, 3, 6, and 9. He's got a piece in the back. Can't tell from here whether it's going to be favorable or not. Winchell plays it where you need to, off to the left. 2 in a row. Dom, only 2 there. Gets just the 1 on the 9. He's got the 3, 6 left. So Winchell's got 2 marks in a row, 4 in his last 5 boxes. He sits at 116 in a ball. And Dom with that 10 gets to 115. So last couple boxes, Winchell's increased the champ's lead. Currently at 25 through completed boxes. A little full this time, but he gets a split to break up. Leaves the 3, 6, hoping for that wood to stay away, and it does. Dom off to the left again, leaving the 1, 3, 6, and 8. John looking for 3 in a row, and he gets the bounce. A little fuller than you want to be shooting at that, but just thin enough to get the 6 to go. Dom only checks out 1 as he looks to clean up. And back in the same spot. So a disappointing 7 for Dom Drake there. He's at 122 through 9. Winchell's sitting at 134 in a ball in the 9th. 5 marks in his last 6 boxes. 7 total in the string. Only has the 2 opens. Nope. He knew when he let go of it. Only 2 half Worcester left. Dom, on the other hand, and gets the 7 to go off a full hit. So he's got the 10-pin to shoot at. Winchell trying to convert. A little full. Dom picks the 10-pin for the spare in the 10th. He throws the ball a little flat and maybe a slight left to right break, which makes it easier for a right-handed bowler to shoot the 10-pin. Winchell off to the right, disappointing 7. Although he finishes this string with a 143. Dom's sitting at 132 in a ball. Doesn't get the break this time. Good spot to leave that sprayed eagle though, but he finishes with a nice 136. Not as high as he would like, but at least he got the mark in the second half to make up for it. So the Bowlers get back up. Champs currently with the 31-pin lead through 15 boxes. Fuller off to the right. Thought he was looking at half Worcester left, but he gets the 7-pin to fall. Smith also on the 2-pin, but he drops 7, leaves the 1, 8, and 9. Fuller just slides by, leaves the 1, 4, 9. And Smith just slides by. And both looking to clean up. I think the wood got in the way of that one. Only gets 1 for an $8. And Mark with the 9, leaving the head pin. So both Mark and Brian sitting at 63 here in the 6th. The Champs with a 30-pin lead through completed boxes. A long way to go, though. Fuller a little full, looking for the last 2 to go. Gets the 6, the 3-pin still wobbling. Smith on the 2-pin once again. He's got the 4 horseman right with the 7 and 9 in the back. Fuller picks the 3-pin for the spare. Fuller sarcastically poking fun at himself. He goes through streaks on occasions of not making single pins despite his illustrious talents. Mark with the $9. And as Brian's teammate in our Tuesday Night League at Academy, I can attest to this. So Brian sits at 73 in a ball. Smith at 72. No single is safe when Fuller is on the lane. Fuller with the splash effect of his own. Ooh, a nice trip of the 7-pin. Leaves just the 4. Doesn't take much to knock the pins over here. Mark off to the left. Leave it, dropping 4. Fuller, 2 marks in a row. Smith off to the right. Leaving the, gets the 10-pin to go. He's got the 1 and the 9. And a 9 box, so Mark sits at 81 through 8. Fuller with 2 marks in a row. He's at 93 in a ball. Oh, doesn't get away with the full hit this time. Leaves a spread eagle for a 4-fill. Smith, almost had. Took out the spread eagle +1. Fuller, 3-pin off the wall behind the 2 and can't convert it. Mark plows home the 189 for the spare. Fuller with a good 10 there. He sits at 106 through 9. Mark at 91 on a ball. So it's up, the lead's up to 45 pins minus whatever Mark gets on this fill. Up. Brian didn't like it out of his hand. But with a very makeable spare lead with the 1-2 and the 4. Smith back in the pocket, buries it with a strike. 2 in a row for Mark Smith. Fuller runs it down. So Fuller at 116. Plus a ball here on his fill in the 10th. Smith at 111 +2. Fuller drops 7 to finish up with a 123. Smith a little full. He's shooting at the 2, 4, 6, and 7. Still with a ball to go. He splits that 2-4. That piece of wood should take out the 6, and we'll never know because he only gets those 2. So an 8-fill on the strike in the 10th. He finishes at 119. So the challengers with a combined 255 in string 2. But the champions with a 266 combined, so they increase the lead. 260. 143, 123, 136. Yep. That is official. Yep. The scoreboard you see is correct. So, start string 3, the defending champions with a 34-pin lead, 511 to 477. Winchell back in the pocket, and he gets the 2-pin to go. Dom looking to match. He takes out 5. Winchell with a nice strike to start. Dom shooting at the 4 horseman right on the 7, and he gets nothing. He'll shoot at it again, but this time for a 10 box. And he only gets 3. He leaves the 1-7, so that's an 8. It's only 34 going in, but I think if the challengers want to make a run at this, they got to do it now. Winchell a little full, leaving the 3, 6, and 7. Still has another ball on his fill. Dre gets the 6 to go. He's got the 3 and the 4, but appears to be a frozen piece of wood behind the 4. He goes a little light on that 3-pin on the left side, knocks the ball into the 4. It should go. Winchell with a nice 2-and-1 conversion for the spare, 2 in a row. And, ooh, Dom just slides by that 3-pin. Tries it again, in same spot. So he sits at 16 through 2. As we say, we'll never know if that was good enough. Winchell going for 3 in a row here. And just missed the head pin. It's a favorable bounce, though. He's got the 1, 2, and the 4. Dom also dropped 7. But he's got the 5, 7, and 8. Got a John with a piece of wood on the back there. That should not be a problem. And just slides by. Left the head pin. Dom a little full on the 5, and he knocks the 8 behind the 7. Had the right idea, though. You want to be a little fuller on that one. If you're going to make it. Jon with a 9. Dom clips the 7 pin on the way by for a 10. So Dom sits at 26 through 3. Jon's sitting at 48 through 3. So three boxes in, and Jon's already added another 22 pins onto the lead. He is currently at 54. Winchell off to the left again, leaving the 1, 3 and the 1, 3 and the 8. Dom buries it in the pocket, leaves the 4 pin. Oh, it says 37.46. And Dom's got the spare. That was a 7. That was a 7. Yeah. Jon with the 10. He sits at 56 through 4. Yeah, it's 37, 46, 56. And Dom with the spare. Winchell a little full. Oh, but he gets the 3 and the 10 to carry. Dom looking to fill his up. Good little splash ball there, leaving the 7. So a 9 fill. They get to 45. And nothing in front. And Winchell splits the 2-pinner in half. He sits at 66 in a ball. Ooh, Dom just off to the right. So Dom will finish up the half with 55. Winchell with 66 and a ball. So the leads at 45 as the Anchor Bowlers get back up. Fuller buries it. Looking for the 9 to trip it. He's got it. Strike to start off for Fuller Jr. Mark Smith off to the left. Leaves the Cleary right. Only takes out the 1-8. He'll have to clean up for the 10 box here. And he slides by for a 9 box. Good pinning is one thing, but Mark and Dom need some marks. And quickly. They don't want, excuse me, if they don't want this to get out of hand. Fuller looking to double up. Leaving the 7 pin. Mark back on the head pin. Ooh. Not what you want to see. The 3-9 with nothing around it. Fuller gets the spare. So spare on strike to start off game 3 for Brian Fuller Jr. And Smith finds the curtain. Well, you can sense this one slipping away. And only an 8 box there, so he's 17 through 2. So Fuller has found his groove. And back in the pocket again. This time it's all 10. 3 marks in a row for Brian Fuller Jr. Strike, spare, strike to start off string 3. Smith with the 4 horsemen left and the 6 pin. And leaves the 6. And Smith gets the $10. So he's at 27 through 3. Fuller 50 and a ball. Full looking to pile it on here. Oh, just off to the left, leaves the 4 horsemen right. Mark Smith also dropped 6, but he's got the diamond right of the 3, 5, 6, and 9. Fuller runs it down for the spare, 4 in a row. Smith looking to clean up again for another $10. So Fuller with a hot start here in game 4. He's sitting at 70 in a ball. Smith with a 9. He sits at 36 through 4, looking to get one here to go into the back half. But like I stated a few boxes before, it's one thing to ping well, but in a situation like this, you got to put some marks up. Fuller back full. Leaves a 7-10. Smith with a splash ball of his own. He's got just the 9. The 10 pin falls late. This wood looks favorable. Oh, it's off to the left. Wanted to be on the other piece. And Smith gets the spare to close out the first half, so he sits at 46 in a ball. Fuller with a $9. What a hot start for Fuller Jr. 87 at the half. The champs currently sitting at an 86-pin lead as they threaten to run away with this match halfway through. It looked like for a while there early in string 2 that the challengers were going to make a run at it, but the champs have said, not so fast, my friend. Oh. Dom back over on the lane 6 as the bowlers change sides. Off on the 4 pin, that's all he gets. That would be a lemon drop. Winchell looking to fill his spare. And he does with 6, a little full. With the 2, 4, 6, and 7. Makeable, though. Dom back on the head pin for his second ball. Recovers nicely, but he's still looking at 3. The 3, 6, and 7 for his $10. John looking to cut this over. Ooh, a little too full on that. Dom gets his 9. So he sits at 64 through 6. Winchell 7 fill puts him at 73 for the half. And he gets the 10 for an 83. Yep. So Dom's at 64 through 6. John at 83. Dom back on the head pin. Again, a little full. Is the 3, 7, and 10. When it's Winchell gets the late love again. Drops 9, just shooting at the 2 pin. Dom probably a little fuller than he wanted to be there, as he only gets the 2 on the right. Winchell looking to pick up another one, and he's got to hit the 2 pin right in the face. Winchell with a little hometown love here. So Dom sits at 73 in the 7th. Winchell at 93 plus. Whatever he gets here. Dom once again on the quarter pins. He's been all over the quarter pins tonight. He's shooting at the 1, 3, 7, 8, 10. Winchell, right? Winchell a little thin in the pocket. The 2, 4, 7 and the 9. Dom off to the right, just leaves 2. John can play this on either side of that pin. And he tried to shoot the 2 into the 9 pin, but missed off to the left. Dom gets one there for a 9. He sits at 82 through 8. Winchell with a 9. Getting the sure pin. He's at 108 through 8. So our leadoff bowlers each have 2 boxes left. Dom leaves the he gets the 4 and the 7 to drop late. Looking at the 1 and the 2. That wood could be a problem. Jon gets the wood set up nicely. Oh, the wood. He goes over and plays the wood and gets the spare. I guess it was covered. Now wood up on the 5 pin. Should help things out a little bit, and he's got it. And frozen wood help keep the pins in play to carry the sleeper in the back. So Jon sits at 118 in a ball. Dom at 92 in a ball. Dom drops 6. Leaves the 2, 4, 7, and 10. One of the handful of times he's hit the head pin. You'd like to hit it a little more often, though. Winchell off to the left drops 6. Dom trying to play it off the wall. Only gets 2, leaving the goalpost, the 7 and 10. Jon looking at the 1, 3, 8, and 10. A piece of wood in the back that will help carry the 10. But he left the other 2. Dom gets 1 for a 9, so he closes out the 3rd string with a disappointing 107. Winchell, the ball gets the ball, barely clips the head pin. The ball takes out both. You don't see that very often. He gets a 10 box for a nice 1. I think so. 134 for Jon Winchell. He has a 3-string total of 393. Dom with a 3-string total of 356. Smith fills his mark with 6. Fuller back in the pocket again, leaving the 4-8. Fuller's in his zone at the moment. Smith shooting at the 2, 4, 7, and 10. Only cherries the 4-pin. That wood's going to be. Yeah, that was a tough piece of wood in front. It looked like he was trying to get by it, but couldn't tell if the 4-pin was covered in the back. So Mark gets the 8, and Fuller with a 9. So Fuller sits at 96 through 6, and Mark at 60. Fuller's been on a nice run of late the last handful of weeks. Most means a couple of Tuesdays ago, he ended up shooting the 3rd highest series in our Tuesday league at Academy with a sizzling 697. So he's coming in bowling well. Smith with the 4-pin left with a double piece in front. Should be no problem, and he's got it. Fuller with the 1, 2, 7, 9. And can't get the bounce off the wall. A little light on that head pin. And he's got it. So Fuller cleans up. He's sitting at 106 through 7. Mark Smith at 70 in a ball. No. No. And all right, drop 6, leave the diamond left. 2, 4, 5, 8. Fuller, a little fuller than he wanted to be. With the 3, 6, 10 on the right, 4, 7 on the left. And Smith leaves the sleeper pin. Fuller chops the 3. Smith gets that 10, gets the back pin there for the 10 box. Fuller carries 2 for 8. He sits at 114 through 8. Smith at 86. Yep. Diamond may be a woman's best friend, but that shot does not go very often. More often than not, you're going to leave. More often than not, you're going to leave one. little thin in the pocket. They're still falling for him, though. He probably would have wanted that piece of wood to slide over a little bit, but he's got the 2-6. And Fuller's got the spread eagle. Smith probably wants to favor the left side of the 2-pin a little bit. Oh, nope, he's got it. He made a liar out of me. That was covered. If I had to guess, it looked like the wood was in play and knocked the ball over into the 6. Fuller with a nice 10 box. He sits at 124 through 9. Oh, Mark with a nice. Oh, Mark looking to load his mark up. No pun intended. Him making that shot is why he's up there and I'm back here. And off to the right again. He's looking at the 1-2 and the 10. Fuller back on the 1-2 pocket. He's a triangle right, the 3, 5, and 6. And he gets to the unconventional way as the 2-pin as the head pin falls last. Fuller gets the triangle perfectly for the spare. He sits at 134 and a ball here in the 10th. Smith checks out for a 113. He sits at 341 through 3. Fuller off to the right, only gets 4. He finishes string 3 with a 138. The champs combined for 272, while the challenge is only combined for 222. So after 3, the 2-time defending champions of Jon Winchell and Brian Fuller Jr. with a commanding 86-pin lead. 783 to 697. Jon Winchell with a 3-string total of 393. Fuller at 390. So only 3 pins separating those two. Dom Drake at 356. Mark Smith at 341. So if the challengers are going to make a run at this, they're going to have to do it now. They got a tall mountain to climb. With the way Jon and Brian are balling. As Jon drops 9, leaves the 10. Dom looking to go, tries to play it off the wall. Shooting at the 3, 4, and the 6. Jon with another spare. And Dom slides by again for a 7. Back in the pocket, and Dom with a strike. Winchell 7 fill. And then unfortunate leave of the 5-7-10. Got a piece of wood in front of the 10 pin, but probably won't be a factor. He goes to play the wood, and that's all he gets. Look to snag one more here. And Jon gets the 9. So he's a 26 through 2. Dom with 17 plus the strike. Bad enough with the 5-7-10 when you see it, but it's only been I've only personally seen it made a couple of times. Dom back in the pocket again. There's two good first balls in a row. Leaves the triangle on the right side of the 3, 5, and 6. Winchell also drops 7. He's got the 3, 5, and 7. You got a double piece of wood over there. Dom only gets 1, so 8 fill on his strike, 25 through 2. Jon will look to pretty much hit that 3-pin dead full. And looking for something to bounce, and doesn't look like he's going to get it. And looking for the wood did not turn. Dom with a 9 box, so he's at So he's at 34 through 3. John with a 10. He's at 36 through 3. In case you're just joining us, Justin Scali alongside Bob Lee here early in string 4 of Money Match 4. Dom drops 6, leaving the 1, 2, 6, and 10. Winchell drops 9 as the 9 pin drops late, leaves in the 7 pin. Ooh, Dom gets nothing. And, ooh, surprise, surprise. Winchell throws it in the left gutter. Very un-Winchell-like. Dom snags 2. For the 8 box, he's at 42 through 4. And Winchell misses left again. A little closer this time. He sits at 45 through 4. The champions showing why they've been in this spot. Dom looking to finish this half strong. Leaves a diamond left, 2, 4, 5, and 8. Got a piece of wood behind the 5 that should help, courtesy of PinCam. Winchell looking to get the 7 to drop, and he does. He's got the check mark on the right. And Dom throws it over by the 7 pin and gets nothing. Oh. Winchell looking to finish this half with another mark. And he's got it. Plays it on the left side. So Jon Winchell's sitting at 55 plus a ball at the half. Dom with the 1 ball too late moment gets it for the 10 bucks. So Dom with a 52 half. Winchell at 55 on a ball. Challenges are running out of boxes. 3 more. The lead is currently up to 89. Going into the string, the overall lead was 783 to 697. So Mark's more than capable of putting the numbers up, and he has to do it now. And that's not going to help, but he's got a favorable lead. The 1, 3, 6, and the 8. Fuller in the head pin again. With the triangle right, the 3, 5, and 6. Smith with a nice shot. Picks it up for the spare. Hopefully, he's hoping that will get him going. Fuller matches with a spare of his own. A little light on that 3 pin, but I think the wood in the back helped take out the 5. So both bowlers with spares to start. Well, 2 head pins in a row. Oh, excuse me, no, I stand corrected. So Smith drops 5, leaves the Starlight 5, the cluster of 5 there on the right-hand side. Fuller drops 7, leaving the 2, 4, and 10. Smith looking at the 5 pin for a 10 box. Fuller only gets 1 there. Smith gets the 10. 25 through 2. Fuller with an 8. Some trivia for you. The Starlight 5 is the house leave at Central Park Lanes in East Boston because it seems to be a very common leave there. The Starlight was also an old bowling alley in East Boston, Starlight Lanes, which no longer exists. Smith off to the left. We see that cluster of 6 again. Fuller with a 2 and 1, the 3, 4, and 6. Both bowlers sitting at 25 through 2. Smith. Yeah, a little too full. Only takes out 3 there. Fuller a little full there as well. He's left with the 4 pin. Mark cherries the 6 for an 8 box. Fuller gets his 10. So Mark sits at 33 through 3. And Fuller at 35. And 2 boxes to go here in their first halves. And off to the left again. Oh. There's that cluster of 6 plus the 7 pin this time. Fuller drops 9, leaves a wide open 5 pin. Oh, good bid by Smith there, leaving the goalposts. And he's got it. Fuller with yet another single for the spare. Mark puts one in the gutter and gets an $8. Brian surprising himself with all the singles he's making tonight. So, Smith off to the right again. 4 horsemen left. Fuller buries it. Takes them all. 2 in a row to end the half. Ooh. And Smith leaves the head pin. Picks up the ball and fires it down just for the 10. 51 half for Mark Smith. That was an $8, 41. So the champs stay hot. At the moment, the overall lead in the match is into triple digits at 103. And currently at 903 to 800. The champs putting a world of hurt on the challengers from up north, and it appears that this match is all but elementary, just a question of what the final score will be. The duo from Maine will have to pull off a legendary comeback if they're going to pull this one out at this rate, and not if the champs keep throwing balls like that. Winchell drops 8, leaves the 4-8 with a nice double plank right in front. Shouldn't be a problem. So Jon sits at 63 at the half. And he's got it. And can't get the ball to take out the 7. And Dom leaves the 7 pin in the corner for a 9 box. He's at 61 through 6. Winchell with 2 marks in a row, 73 in a ball. Winchell a little full. Tough break. Leaves the 4 and 10. But the wood looks favorable. And back piece, perpendicular to the line of the 4 pin. Looks to be lined up at the 10. It's just a matter of if Jon can get either the 4 pin or the ball into that wood at the proper angle. Dom's got that cluster of 6 on the right. Jon goes way left. Snaps the 4 into the wood that was lined up perfectly over into the 10. 3 marks in a row for Jon Winchell. And Dom gets 3 for the 7. Disappointing 7 box. He sits at 68 through 7. Jon at 91 plus a ball. Yep. And the rack does not fall down. Yep. Darren getting some camera time as we got a double load up top. So while Darren fixes that, Jon Winchell's sitting at 91 on the ball here in the 7th, working on 3 in a row. Dom's at 68. The current lead in the match, a sizzling 123 pins. No. The guy. Well, thank you very much. My pleasure. Yes, that is. That is correct. As it turns out, there was such high demand for this that he thought about doing one every month, but ultimately he settled on every other month. If I'm being honest, I feel for something like this, if you do one every month, it kind of dilutes the product a little bit. You know what I mean?
I turned my microphone off. It was giving feedback there. It's interesting. So each of these matches, each player brings $500 to the table.
Correct.
In another 500, and he's got a queue now, about three 6 bowlers deep. For probably going to carry us well into the spring, maybe into the summer.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, because from what I've been told, the next three teams are lined up. You have a couple. And out of the 6 bowlers, we have 4 returning faces and 2 new faces. So the next team up, and at this rate, it looks like it's going to be a rematch. And the Sean, yep. The Seans will be back. McKinley and Baker looking to regain their crowd that they won in the initial match.
Yes, Nate Lees.
And Nate Lees and Nick Zaffalato were supposed to be next in line, but when they split up, so they got thrown to the back of the line. And we'll continue that topic during the next stoppage and play. Winchell sitting at 91 plus. Oh. Yeah. Oh. He leaves the 5, 7, 8, 9. Winchell. With a sarcastic tone there. Dom with a beautiful first ball leaves the 7 pin. Jon gets the triangle, and Dom throws it in the left gutter. Chance. So, and Jon will clean up his 10, but Dom will not. He's got a 9. So Jon sits at 107 through 8. Dom at 77. And looks like at this point Darren's staying out back just to make sure any potential issues get fixed quickly. Dom with a nice break off the 2 pin. Both bowlers end up dropping 9. Jon looking at the 4 pin. Dom the 7. Jon did hit the head pin on his first ball, though, and he picks the spare for another one. And Dom gets it this time. Matching spares in the 9th for Jon Winchell and Dom Drake. But matching is not what the challengers want to see right now. That is the only way, as I'll continue that thought in a moment. Winchell drops 9 again, leaves the 4 pin again. Dom dropping 6, so Jon's at 126 through 9. Dom at 93. Jon clips the wood on the way there and gets the 4 pin as well. 2 marks in a row. So Dom only gets the 1. He's in triple digits. He'll look to clean up, and no, he only gets the 7. So Dom, with his lowest string of the match, he's sitting at 100. That's how he'll end. So he has a 4-string total of 456. Winchell's sitting at 136 plus. 10, yes. 3 in a row to finish, 146. He's sitting at a sensational 539 through 4. I mean, they say there's no defense in bowling, but when you're leading a match like that, every mark you get basically acts as defense because in general, if you get 1 mark, the team trailing needs 2 just to catch up. Fuller looking for a double, drops 9. And Smith with a half Worcester left. Fuller looking for 3 in a row. No, he clips the wood in the gutter. So Fuller with a 9. So So 9 on the strike and in the box. So he's at 83 through 6. Mark with an 8, so he's at 59 through 6. Through boxes completed. Well, you see what the lead is. I should.
Yeah, you see back there.
So that's when you know you got a good mechanic. Fuller off to the right, dropping 7. Got the 1-2-10 with a very favorable piece. Doesn't want to stray too far. Smith with the starlight left side this time. And he's got it. All lined up perfectly. Smith only gets 3. And that's all he gets. So an 8 box there, 67 through 7. While Fuller sitting at 93 in a ball. He's got 3 marks in his last 4 boxes. 4 total here in string 4. A little slow reset here. So as we were saying, during the last lull, McKinley and Baker are in next due to the fact that Zaffalato and Lee's split up, so they go to the back of the line and they're bringing in new partners.
So that's going to be in March.
Yes, at some point in March, date yet to be determined. Whoever wins this match, and it looks like the champs are gonna get a three-peat. It'll be a rematch against Smith and against McKinley and Baker. And then Nick Zaffalato is next on the line. He will be pulling in Dave Barber. Dave Barber will be.
Is that official?
As far I believe so. Unless Rob Vaccaro is lying to me. As Fuller drops 9, he sits at 102 through 7. Now looking to make yet yep, and he's got it. Fuller with another single. Smith leaves the 6-10.
I hate to mention it, but I don't hate to mention it. Fuller has the record for a money match with a 680-81 back in his first match against McKinley and Baker, money match 2. The two of them had a 1246. That's what they're taking a name for right now. That's the money match high.
And they're well on their way. Could be new records could be set today. Fuller drops 7. Look at the 5-8-10. Smith with the splash ball, leaving the 4, 6, and 8. A rather unconventional one. You don't see that very often. Fuller looks to get by the front piece. Ooh, a little too good on the cut shot. Cuts the 2 in between. Cuts the 4-pin in between the other 2. Fuller gets a 9. And Smith with 8. I can't remember the last time I saw the 2, 6, 8. That is definitely a rare leave.
Now you were just saying that the next match after that. So May would be Freshie and
Barber, correct.
And then what is it? Is it Nate? Is it true? Nate Lees and Josh Daly?
That's what that is what I was told.
Early summer, huh?
Correct.
Oh.
So that is looking like your July match. So, yep. Smith looking to get the 5, the trip, and he's got it. And Smith. So Smith with one more ball here in the 4th string. Fuller with a 9 for a 137. A combined 283 for the champs in Game 4. Mark's sitting at 94 on a ball. At this rate, it looks like the only way the challenge is this thing is if we see a pair of 200 strings. As Mark drops 9 for a 99 finish. So Mark ends with a 99, a combined 199 for the team of Drake and Smith in Game 4. So as we make the turn for home, the two-time defending champions, who look like it's a pretty safe bet, they're going to get the three-peat with a 170-pin lead. 13. Nope. 1 second while the scoreboard gets cleared out. Yep. We have a 170-pin lead of 1,066 to 896. So those scores that you, Bob, those scores that you alluded to, that Fuller and Winchell threw in their first victory over McKinley and Baker, those scores look like they're going to fall today. Winchell starts off the fifth string with a bomb, while Dom's looking at the 3, 4, and the 6. Only gets the 3. He's looking at the 4 and the 6, and he only gets the 1 there for the 9. Well, Jon Winchell sitting at 539 through 4, with 423 alone in his last 3 strings. Excellent bowling. Fuller Jr. sitting at 527, a more consistent effort with 2 strings in the 120s and 2 in the 130s. So far for the challengers, their best string is the second one, that 255, but that's the best they've been able to muster to this point. So yes, this money match appears like it's going to be a year-round thing. So if you think you can hang and want to put up $500 of your own money, feel free to throw your hat in the ring. And Winchell goes right through the middle, leaves the eagle, plus the sleeper in the back, the 8-pin. Dom full on the head pin, leaves that 4-6 he just shot at in the last box, but with a piece of wood in front. Jon with only the 6. Same for Dom. Jon got a little bit more of the cleanup though after a disappointing 4 fill on that strike, and he snags 2 more. So stays on par through 2. He's sitting at 20. Dom's at 18. Yep. Jon back in the pocket. Only 9 this time, but he leaves the 5-pin with a nice plank right in front. Dom also drops 9. Leaves a 6-pin with nothing in front. And Winchell takes care of his, no problem. And Dom with his as well. Got matching spares here in the 3rd. But again, matching is not what the challengers want to see.
Pretty safe to say that the winner's going to have a 1,200. Each of the first 3 money match competitions, we've seen the winner with a 1,200 combined total.
That's right.
And, the losing team has been in the upper 1,100s.
That is correct.
And this
probably not going to happen this time though for the runner-ups, unless they both. I mean, they still can. They can throw a pair of $140s, $150s. You never know.
You got to think about that. You know, these guys are 122, 123 average. That's what they're.
These bowlers are more than capable. Just Mark and Dom just don't have it tonight. Oh, Dom's got 2. Although Dom's got 2 marks in a row. He had a spare in the 3rd, dropped 9, and then dropped 9 and made it again. So Dom's sitting 47 in a ball. I said drops 9, I said 39. So Winchell dropped 4 on his spare in the 3rd. And he gets a 10 box, so he's at 44 through 4. Yeah, with the caliber bowlers we're dealing with here, it's pretty much a safe bet that if you don't hit 1,200, you're not going to win one of these.
Well, last time these 4 bowlers were on
I'm sorry, Dom. Nice ball there for Dom Drake. Dom.
7 in the pit.
Yep.
3 on the deck. They're all down.
No, 2 on the deck. as Dom closes the half with 3 in a row, looking to salvage what's left of this match. So he's at 67 plus 2 balls. And Winchell looking at a 3 and 2 here to close out. Gets 2 for a 7. So Jon Winchell with a disappointing 51 half, but no harm, no foul. Still a safe lead.
Yeah, I was going to say the last time the 4 of these bowlers were on the same in the same tournament was the U.S. Invitational.
That's right.
You could see, John and Brian finished 7th and 11th overall of all the bowlers there from all the country.
Gotcha.
And Mark came in that tournament with a 114. I think he was 38th. At a 110 was 71st. So it's these are the big boys in the big leagues.
Yes, these are the big boys. I had a 110 average in that tournament myself, so we were in the same ballpark.
As you know, on the way the conditions were at Lita during the November, it was quick.
Yeah, it was.
Talking about it.
Yeah, it was a little challenging to say the least. So 8 for Fuller to start here in the 5th. Smith for the 9. Yep. Fuller only gets 4 on that first ball. Smith looking to get the 9 pin to drop. He does. He's shooting at the 7. Fuller looking to get the 8 to trip. Nope. Smith gets a spare, though. Fuller gets the 10. He did about as good as you can do with that leave. You pretty much need to be full there if you want to carry the sleeper pins. But there's still no guarantee. Yeah, Lita did a up. Oh, this works out perfectly. Yeah, Lita did a lot of work over the summer. They put in new sidewalls and refinished all the lanes. The scoring got better, but unfortunately not as good during that week as we all anticipated. And Fuller with a strike in the 3rd. Smith looking to match, only 5. And Smith only gets 2. And he cleans up for the 9, so Mark Smith sitting at 33 through 3. Fuller with 28 plus 2. Yeah, Josh Daly had high average for the week with only a 125. And just giving comparison for average-wise, like even just if you look at Fuller, look at just with Winchell and Fuller in general, as Smith looks to get them all on the 4. We had a wobbling 4-pin. Fuller still got 2 left, but then 8 fell on a strike. Smith gets a spare in the 4th. Fuller with a 9. Fuller sits at 45 through 4. Smith at 43 in a ball. So you mentioned Winchell and Fuller's averages from that tournament. John was 3 pins lower than what he's currently averaging here, as he finished with a 120 that week compared to his current 123. And Fuller averaged 118 that week, and he's currently a 124 at Academy. So Fuller just slides by. Smith drops 7 on the spare, looking at the 137. Oh, a little light. Gets the back one to carry, but leaves the 3. Fuller with a 10. So he closes out the first half at 55. Smith with, I think, his best half of the day. He's at 60. So the Challengers are leading this string, 127 to 106, but probably a case of too little, too late. Just looking to finish strong at this rate. While the ball has changed sides, looking at the football game on in the background. So at this point, it looks like it's a safe bet that the champs are going to set new marks. Fuller is already sitting. Fuller's sitting at. Oh, excuse me. Fuller's 681's. Yeah, Fuller's 680. Fuller's 681 looks safe. But the team score is not. They only need a combined 75 pins in these last 10 boxes to set the new mark. And so Don with a 7 on his strike. He's sitting at. So he ends up his first half with 74. He gets a 9 there for 83. Winchell with a 9 box of his own. He sits at 60.
He's one more for 600.
Yes, he does. Oh, Winchell is. Yep. John is 13 pins away from the 612 that he threw in the last match against Huff and Carrier. And Dom drops 9 and picks it up. So Dom sits at 93 in the ball. John looking at the 3, 7, and the 9. Got some wood. Should help. Oh, and he leaving. Gets the 3 and the 7, but leaves the 9. And he's got the 10, so John, it's 70 through 7. And Dom at 93 on the ball. He drops 6, leaves the triangle on the right on the 7. He's got the 3, 5, and 6 on the right. Winchell with a splash ball. With the 4, 7, and 10. Oh, Dom gets the triangle. Now it looks like, and John's ball can get there. If he can just graze the wood on the way by, that might go over. Oh, a little heavier than he wanted to be on that. Dom gets the 10. And John caught a little too much of that wood. He wanted to just graze it on the way by with enough to send the wood over. He gets a 9 box, though. So John is at 79 through 8. Dom at 109. Dom with the 6, 7, 8, 10. Not the greatest piece of wood in front. Pretty much going to have to go above the stripe to at least carry the back two. John drops 8. Leaves the 4, 7. I wasn't watching there. Did John miss the head pin on his first ball?
Yes, he did.
Okay, that's what I. Based on your comment, that's what I thought.
It's a 4 horseman insert, and they rolled the 2 pin came forward.
And John gets it anyway. So he's at 89 on the ball here in the 9th. Dom gets a 9 for 118. So Dom with the strong finish. He drops 6, leaves a check mark on the right side of the 3, 5, 6, and 10. Winchell a little light. Looks like an 8 fill. And it is an 8 fill, so he's at 97 through 9. Dom hits curtain on his second ball. And John also hits curtain. Dom only gets the 6 pin, so he gets a 7 box, so he will finish up at 125 for a 5-string total of 581. John with a 9 for 106 with a 5-string total of 645. That is a personal best for him in the Money Match series.
And the second best of all the competitors so far.
Yes, that is correct. Only behind his teammate. So, well, if Brian's gonna break his own personal record, he's gonna have to throw 100 half. Nothing he can't do, however. Although the team to set the team record, he only needs 20 pins.
Yep, I think we're pretty safe there.
I would agree with that. So neither bowler had a markup. Fuller shooting at the 4 horsemen here on the left. Only gets the 2. So Smith with a 9. With a nice 69.5. Excuse me, through 6. Fuller with a 9 of his own at 64. So,
the statistician in me, the competition's over, but I do watch a lot of these matches. I watch even the ones going back to the 80s and the 90s, and even when the competition is over, it's worth you get a chance to see how guys make these spares, what their object rates are, and the personal records do matter for these.
Right.
There's a sense of pride in it.
Of course. And it looks like both bowlers get 10s. So Fuller at 74, Smith at 78. So this math is long since been mathematically over. Just a question of what the final score will be. The now 3-time defending champions.
First time we've had a.
Yep.
They were the first
repeat champ. They were the first repeat winners. Now they're the first 3-time champions. So Mark drops 7. Brian dropping 6. Side saddle triangle for Smith, and he slides by. Fuller shooting at the 1-3-7-10. Oh! Leaves the 7. Up. Mark gets the 9. Fuller the 10. So Mark at 87 through 8. Fuller at 84. Yeah, it's also a sense of pride too, because at least the bowlers can look back look back on things after the fact and can say that they put up a particular score. Half Worcester left there for Smith. Fuller takes them all. Smith leaves the 4 and the 5. And gets the 5 for a 9 box. It's a 9th through 9. Yeah, very disappointing day for Mark Smith. He drops 7, leaving the 3-4-7. Fuller looking for the double to end it in style. He got the 4-7 with a plank in front, though.
The record, that just was it. The record has been set for high team in the money match.
That is correct. So
66 and still and counting here.
And he's got it. So Mark Smith will end the last string with a 104 for a very disappointing 544. Dom Drake with a respectable 581, although respectable doesn't count in this environment. Fuller drops 8 for a $122. He finishes with a 649 to squeak by his partner by 4 pins.
There was some side money there. on the high single overall, there's some side money.
Would not shock me, to say the least.
On who the high single is, 649 for Brian Fuller Jr., 645 for Jon Winchell, and
so we have 2 records. So basically 2 records fall today. We have the highest winning score of 1294, also the highest margin of victory with a spectacular 169 pins. So that will do it. So for the final time, the final score of this one, Jon Winchell and Brian Fuller Jr. take with a 1294 to 1125 victory over Dom Drake and Mark Smith as they finish up their three-peat. For Bob Lee, this is Justin Scali from Exeter Lanes. We will see you in March. Good night, everybody.